So why would I think that this man would have committed this crime? And there's a part of me that just wanted to not really believe that a man could take his child and commit the crime. So this is where subjectively I started to be influenced by what I wanted to, which is I didn't want to believe that a man who's a father can actually take a child, cause harm, and cover his tracks and pretend that nothing happened. And then we started looking at the evidence. I was a bit surprised with how serious it was as a jury, and it did feel like we had the responsibility to come up with a very sound judgment to what we were given in terms of evidence. So as we were discussing whether the man was guilty or not, I think the process was quite difficult because you couldn't help but keep on changing how you felt, and everyone contributed with every single idea that was being communicated or with every single perspective that was being shared. You had to very much challenge your own way of looking at the set of events to rationally either agree or disagree. I think what really surprised me as well was, regardless of how we all came from very different walks of life in terms of the members on the jury, but we all ended up coming to the same conclusion. I think the fact that there was, even though there was initially consensus, and it was amazing because we're all different people, we've all been socialized differently, we came from different cultures, but there was some universal it's like we've been guided by a set of ideas and values, or what we consider to be right and wrong. And I think that was quite incredible for me to actually realize how much there's so much commonality in terms of arriving at a conclusion, that we can all arrive at a certain conclusion, despite the fact that there was one loud voice that challenged the way we all felt about the conclusion. But it really felt like you are either charging this man with murder or you're not, and therefore you cannot take it lightly. You have to be very, very not only confident about your decision, but fair that you're making the right decision, because there's someone else's life that is being involved here.
I was the one that said he's not guilty, I think, because there wasn't enough evidence. And to think in real life, if that was a real life murder case, did I just let a real life murderer go? So it's pretty scary.
Be very, very not only confident about your decision, but fair that you're making the right decision, because there's someone else's life that is being involved here. And it is about seeking truth, and it's about seeking justice.
I think more every time I come across big cases like that, I do still think of ours and how I would be if I was on the jury for one of those.